Ndewo no unabolachi. That means good morning. I don't know the other word. Today I would like to talk to you about prayer. This is my third recording in regards to prayer. So what I want to say very quickly is that God answers all prayers. Like discussed in my second recording in the book of Revelation, the angel took fire from the censer and hurled down to earth. He did not pour out some of the contents, he hurled everything down to earth with fire. The Lord answers every prayer by fire. He answers every prayer, and the answer could be as simple as a letter K. So you say, God, please, I want this and 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 this, and he answers K. You know, as in okay. K. As easy as a letter. Or it could be as much as a book. So if you've asked God for something and you feel like it's taking so long, it's been a long time since you asked, since you made that request, and you feel like the answer hasn't come, it's probably excuse my English, it's probably because the answer to your prayer is as much as a book. So big boku answer responses a lot. So expect a lot. So don't give up hope, pretty much. Don't say God doesn't answer prayers, or God hasn't answered my prayer, or God hasn't heard my prayer. He hears all prayers even before you ask, and he answers them all. That's the first little short notes on prayer. The second note that I want to make on prayer is it's a more challenging one. You need to have faith, believe and trust that Jesus can do this. It's about asking and praying for the dead. So I'm not talking about purgatory. Purgatory does not exist. The Bible does not talk about purgatory. However, until the end of time, which is when Jesus will come and the battle of Armageddon and everything will end, until that time, some people have died without Christ in them. I don't know for sure where they are, in hell, under the earth, wherever they are, probably suffering for their sins. Pray for them. Pray for those that are alive, and pray for those that have departed unfaithfully, those that have died without Christ. I have at least one scripture to back this up. Jesus, when he died on the cross, he went to hell and ministered to the spirits, which means it is not impossible. Some people say once the person has died, that's the end. I've started to learn, Jesus has started to show me that it is possible to still pray for the release of those that are dead, those that have died without Christ. Wherever they are, God knows. I don't know that for sure, in hell, Hades, wherever. Pray for their release. You may have to fast. You may have to fast and pray. Just go as the Spirit leads you. Pray for their release. Pray for their salvation. If Jesus went to hell after he died on the cross and ministered to the spirits, he's done it before. He can very well do it again. He is God. He created all. There is no limitation as far as he's concerned. Yes, he said that the dead, the murderers, the vile, etc., will end up in hell forever and ever. That I'm taking to be at the end of age, age, at the end of time. Until then, those that have died without Christ, they still have an opportunity, not because of them repenting, but because of you interceding on their behalf. I'm going to read one passage for you. 1 Peter chapter 3. Let's read it. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse from verse 18. For Christ died. Let's see if you can see this. From verse 18. For Christ died for sins once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive by the Spirit, through whom also he went and preached to the spirits in prison, who disobeyed long ago when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built. In it, only a few people, 8 in all, were saved through water. Okay, so basically he went and preached to the spirits in prison. That's not human beings. Those are not human beings. These are spirits that had died without Christ. Remember, the Bible talked about only 8 people surviving, the rest perished. So those that perished without Christ, he went and preached to them. And I want to believe that every single one of them accepted Jesus at that time, because wherever they were must not be a fun place. So I'm challenging you today to ginger up your faith. Trust in God. He said, whatsoever you ask in my name, if you believe it, it is done. He will do it. Pray for your loved ones that you're not too sure if they died with or without Christ. If you're not sure of their salvation and they've passed away, pray for them to be released. You may have to fast for days as the Spirit leads you. Pray for them. Pray for other people, not family members, other people generally who have departed without Christ. And those are the 2 key points, especially the second point that I want to talk to you today about. So ginger up your faith and pray for the dead. Not purgatory. Mark my words, purgatory does not exist. However, prayer, the power of prayer and intercession is very powerful. Somewhere in the Bible talks about the fervent, effectual prayer of the righteous availeth much. And I believe one of the prophets prayed. I can't remember who now. Elijah. I can't remember who now prayed. And there wasn't rain for 3 years. And then he prayed again and there was rain. So there are places where prayer had changed the mind of God, or God had answered the prayer of the righteous. So pray for those that have died without Christ, and let Satan and the demons sit in hell alone. For God did not make hell for humans, but for Satan and its angels. Thank you very much, and God bless.